A lot of information doesn't necessarily guarantee advantage. It seems true that if you do more analysis and you get more information and you look at more time frames and you look at more indicators and you examine more fundamental context and you look at the economic calendar and you put together connect all these dots, right? You've connected like 10 little dots trying to figure out what you think price will do. You could have the most information and what you think is the best possible trading idea, and it could still fail, right? Because trading is a game of statistical probabilities and ensuring you profit more than you lose long term. And so because of this, you might find yourself just obsessive compulsively, schizophrenically doing all this crazy analysis, trying to connect all these perceived dots that you think are going to help increase the likelihood of you getting a winning trade. But you really do get diminishing returns on that. If you're blindfolded trying to predict where price will go, and then you take off the blindfold and just look at the chart, that probably gives you a little bit of an advantage, right? A little bit more information, like you just visually looking at, okay, here's the chart, here's the support resistance zones. Price might move up, it might move down. Let me wait for such and such to happen, and then I'll enter a trade. That'll give you an advantage. Now, if you take that, looking at the chart, and then you combine something like simple support resistance and saying, okay, last time price was here, it bounced. So if it bounces, if it starts getting there and bouncing again, I take a buy, I might be able to profit from it moving off the zone. And then vice versa, right? So it comes to bounce, that's one setup. But it could also break and come back and retest. And then if it retests the zone, it might bounce and continue downward, along with like the set of like lower highs in this case that might be forming a new downtrend. And that could be fine. But I'll point out here that past a couple little basic things, like for one, just, not being blindfolded while you trade and actually looking at the chart, a lot of information doesn't guarantee advantage. All the information I really use is just support resistance combined with a risk structure that makes sense. That's why I've been saying for like the past 7 years that I've been teaching that all you have to do is just keep things simple and control risk. And if you do those two things, things can remain very simple, consistent, sustainable. And also it guarantees you're never going to have a huge loss that wipes out all your trading capital in one trade. I have simple trading setups, simple opportunities. You can see this right here. I'm waiting for price to get up into this zone, because if it gets up into this zone, then what I can probably do is look to find an entry and see if price looks like it's going to bounce by using like combination of the 4-hour and daily time frame. So a lot of information does not guarantee any advantage. And as a matter of fact, I think that the less information you look at, the more predictable your trades can be. And the more predictable that your trades can be, from what I've seen having worked with over 4,500 clients over the course of the past 7 years, it generally produces better results.